Figured I'd start streaming a full like 10 seconds early today, since I so often cut my streams a little short. So let's go. Got stuff to do, places to go. Today we are playing as that majestic night elf with bow. And we have a bow, and we've got some stuff to do. So let's go do that. Let's see. Next thing I should do is probably go get the torn murloc fins. Or actually, what's the lowest level thing I have available? Red linen bananas. But I just have a sinking feeling that that later I'll have trying to figure out. Huh. Why is report to Kyron Stout Mount until only a level 10 quest? Whatever. Getting stuck on corners aside. Yeah, I guess the best thing would be, let's just do two things. First, let's go through the Jasper Lode mine real fast, just to get it off my quest list. Although I don't remember if there's other things there later. That makes me a little hesitant to go do that. But we'll just run through it real fast. Shouldn't take very long. Yeah, we're heading towards actually having all of these quests done. Means that we're heading towards being able to, you know, go other places. Which would be super nice. Like, it would be really nice to be able to just go other places other than here. One of the annoying things about playing a hunter is that you don't really have any way to get enemies off of you. Like, if enemies are just being annoying and chasing you, you don't really have a response. All you can really do is just keep running until they give up. Which is, you know, kind of an annoying way to deal with that. Just getting as far in as I can without fighting. Which might be a foolish thing to do as a ranged class, but, you know. Okay, that should be plenty. Oh hey, that geomancer decided to come out too. How nice of him. At least the geomancer stays at range, so like, I'm the one who wins this, right? You know? Don't know why I poisoned him again. Just because I really wanted him to be poisoned, I guess. Yeah, downside of not having a pet, I'm taking considerably more damage than I would otherwise. Huh, I might have to potion here. Which, this would be a really stupid reason to have to potion, so I hope I'm wrong. I switch to aspect of the monkey, increase my dodge chance, and therefore increase the chance that I don't have to potion because I didn't look around a corner before walking forward. Okay, let's let my health regenerate. Do I have any food? I do have a bandage. And hey, there's some level 60 coming through here for some reason. Well, if he's just gonna murder everything in my way, I'll just... Alas, he is not murdering everything. Which means I still have to, you know, I still have to make my way through. But yeah, not sure why that guy's here. Maybe he's the same kind of insane that I am. Also, why do I have linen bandages in my inventory in the first place? Okay, scout through Jasper Load Mine is complete. I'm out of here. Like, I have finished what I need to do here. I'm out. See you later, nerds. Okay. The other thing we're gonna do is go get the red linen goods while we're out and about. The reason we're gonna do that is because it gets us closer to level 11 or 12. Getting level 12 today on characters. Yeah, so that's why. Also, this is not the right direction to be running. Just casually realize I'm going the wrong way. It's fine. I walk through the roads and it takes a long time. So very long. Each step takes ages. And there's so many steps to get through here, it's really kind of annoying, but hey, you just gotta live with it. Why'd I have a damage counter open? Why did I have DPS tools open when I'm not doing that? It's a mystery. Kinda hoping that getting the red linen bandanas will be enough for me to level up after I turn in the other quests. But, you know, not certain it will be. But here's hoping. Got so many quests to do. So many quests for you. There's that guy again. Level 60 running through. Is that rogue about to die? He sure is. That's unfortunate for him. Well, see you later, buddy. Oh, good for him. He managed to take one of them out. Now, you might be saying, what a dick. He just let that guy die, to which I would respond, yeah, you're not wrong. One of my friends is the kind of person who will just help everyone he sees. And I do enough of that in real life. I don't need to do that in video games.
Can't cast that yet.
Okay, there we go. Got my first red linen bandana. Okay. That's really unfortunate that my slow missed him, huh?
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet.
Well, I didn't get a linen bandana, so I guess we just gotta cry. That is 3 of them. I don't think I win that. We're gonna keep looking for lone wolf types, because I don't think I win the 3v1. I just strongly suspect that I lose that. I mean, that would have been more damage than I would do normally if I hadn't missed. Yeah, that's just the kind of day it is, huh? RNG's not super with me today. Getting a fair number of parries and misses despite the fact that I'm a couple levels above these guys. So, you know, it's just that kind of day, I guess. Just that kind of day. If I were some others of these guys, where would I be? Would I be up on a mountain? No, of course I wouldn't. That'd be silly. There would be Earthroot up there. I don't know. I really wish there were more Defias thugs around. There's one. Okay. I got a fair amount of damage on him before he got up to me, so you know. That was good. For not having a pet, that went fairly well. Well, didn't do quite as much damage to that one, but it's okay, because my crits will carry me. Okay. Where's another one of you? These guys are dropping altogether not enough bandanas. Like, come on. Drop me more bandanas, you little jerks. Yeah, I still don't think I can take 3 of them. That still sounds like a terrible idea. If I had a pet, maybe. If I had a pet, I could maybe do it, but without a pet, that's just a bad plan. You know, that's just known as a bad idea. Okay. Any of these guys respawned yet? Ooh, that one over there has.
It's too far away. That spell isn't ready yet.
Uh-huh. Got one more bow shot off. That's right. Nerd. Get wrecked. Oh, other bandits, please respawn. Starting to regret choosing this spawn location. Apparently they spawn pretty slow around here. About to just start walking to somewhere else. Yep, we're doing that. We're gone now. Bye-bye. We're heading out. Gonna go do missions somewhere else for the rest of today. Screw this noise. Like, this is just taking too long for them to respawn. We're only 1/3 of the way there to all the bandanas we need. That's just not worth it. I am doing too much of this game to take that kind of slow paced situation, you know? Oh, thank you, Mr. Young Forest Bear. And we just gotta keep on keeping on. Doo 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 doo. So, as a random story to tell while I walk, when I was younger, like when I first played World of Warcraft, when I was a wee little one who probably shouldn't have been playing World of Warcraft, Not because World of Warcraft is a game for mature audiences, but because there's a certain age below which you really just shouldn't be doing online games like this unsupervised, you know? Uh, that's the age at which if you play online, it should be like smash doubles with one of your parents or your babysitter or your older sibling, whatever, someone older than you. Because you know, impressionable young kids probably shouldn't be doing a lot of online interactions. The internet's kind of a cesspool. Um, but anyway, so back in ye old days, when I was first playing World of Warcraft, I didn't realize that it was connected to Warcraft. Like, yeah, sure, they shared a word, but lots of games share a word. And I didn't know enough about Warcraft to realize that they were connected. All I knew about Warcraft was that it was a game. I think that literally was the extent of my knowledge of the entire Warcraft series at the time. They were games. And I didn't know that they were connected for a very long time. So yeah, that was that's one of those things where like you find out about it later and you're like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense, and I feel stupid for not realizing, for not making the connection on my own. Like, I feel stupid that someone had to tell me that. Because now that I hear it, it seems obvious. Anyway, I stumble my way north. And I cry every time about how many enemies I'm gonna have to kill. This is a game about killing enemies. I'm doing it 16 times. More than 16 times. Hey, my lowest level character's still level 2. Mainly because while it only takes a couple of minutes to level up, when you extrapolate that across 40-something characters, that still ends up... Oh god, darn it. I'm gonna have to run away. Enemies chase really far in this. That is one of the more annoying things about enemies in this, is they chase almost obnoxiously far a lot of the time. And it's like, why though? Why do they do that? There's no reason to follow me this far. Like, I've made it away. I am making it away.
That spell isn't ready yet.
That did not do as much damage as I was hoping to this forager, have to say. Oh, that's right, these guys have the stupid potions. That young forest bear is getting way too close for comfort, man. Back further away. I have to be really careful not to fight more than one of these foragers at a time. Because this is the level at which you're supposed to unlock your pet. So, like, at this point, like, I'm really starting to feel that I don't have a pet. You know? Mr. Murloc, we don't have to fight. We could be friends. Look, fine. You don't want to be... Oh, was not targeting him. Oh, well. Fine then. We don't have to be enemies or friends. You can just run away. Have you ever completely accidentally shot your bow at something? Just World of Warcraft problems. I'm strongly contemplating taking this character back to Darnassus just to get my ability just get the ability to have a pet. Because boy, is it obnoxious to not have a pet. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay. Today's goal as Elf with Bow has taken a turn. We're gonna head back to Darnassus, get ourselves a pet, because playing as a hunter without a pet for at least 3 more levels just does not sound like a fun time by any definition. So we're just not gonna do that. It's just not happening. Nuh-uh. No way. And what we're going to do is we're going to pivot to, instead of having each of the 3 groups do different starting areas first, we're going to pivot to having them all do the same starting area, Darnassus, first. And yeah. That's the plan. That's what we're doing. And that's just how we gonna do it. It means that my reputation won't be quite as balanced, but I'm okay with that. That's better than this by a significant margin. Screw this. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Off we go to see the wizard man. He's kind of annoying, but hey, what are you gonna do about it, man? One of these days I'm gonna max out Fishing Man. Yes, Fishing Man is something that you can max out. I know it doesn't sound like it, but you can. Yeah, that's right. I know you're amazed by my amazing singing. It's understandable. I am the best after all. No need to tell me that I'm the best. I know. It's something I'm aware of. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna go get a pet. It's gonna be an annoying experience because we're gonna have to do a lot of walking. But we're gonna do that because playing as a hunter without a pet is just, it's a terrible experience. And let's not do that. That sounds terrible. So we're gonna go get a pet instead. Okay, let's go. Gotta keep walking down the road. You know, it's really weird to think that, like, there's a possibility that one day I'll have fans and they won't know me and I won't know them. Like, they'll just be fans of listening to me play games and things like that. And that's super weird to think about.
Go with honor, friend.
Anyway, I take that quest. He tells me to go over there. I don't care if he tells me to go over there right now, though, because I have places to be. Namely, a place that lets me get a pet. So all these other quests that I was doing, forget about them. Screw that noise. We need to get a pet. And it's gonna be a long, long journey. There's a certain irony in that the reason I'm switching to doing Darnassus first with everyone is that both of my Night Elves, who were the only people who weren't doing Darnassus first anyway, both of them are suffering from the same problem in that they have to go back to Darnassus in order to take the next step of their class quest. And that just sucks. Like, that's just unfortunate. Although for the record, technically I'm not entirely certain that the druid has to, but I'm not sure that I don't either. It's an awkward situation. Let's leave it at that. Anyway, we continue on. We front flip our way to victory. Oh, and other news, I ordered a better microphone, so that'll be here in a couple of weeks. Hopefully it'll do well. It's a Blue Yeti though, so it should be pretty good. I've heard a lot of good things about Blue Yetis, so we'll see. If it doesn't work well, I guess I just return it and get something else. Jadalin lets out a long, drawn-out sigh. I get how you feel, buddy. I get it. There are a lot of people here, probably gearing up for a raid tonight. Or just chilling out because they feel like it. I don't know. When I see people just kind of standing there, though, and they're all level 60, I assume they're here for a raid, though. Like, they're just all chilling out. So I assume they're here for an actual purpose and not just because. Okay, what I was coming up here to make sure of is to make sure that I have the flight path to... Okay, I need a ride. Okay, I do have the flight path to Thelsamar, which means that when I hearth back, I will not be screwing myself into doing the death run again. I won't have to do another corpse run. I have the flight path necessary to fly over it. So all is well, I can hearth back, no problem. All the way back to Dolinar. Let's go. Anyway, I have a quest here. I'm guessing that, yeah, it's the hunter. Hello, buddy. Hunter's path, please. As a hunter, it is important to remember the responsibility you hold in your hands. Nature is not a power that can be bent to obey our desires. It is one that is to be respected and acknowledged as something stronger than your very existence, as I slaughter all the wildlife. I mean, Elf with Bow, you must prove your understanding of this before you will gain the ability to tame an animal to be your companion. Your first task is to take this taming rod. With it, you'll be able to tame a webwood lurker. Tame it and practice your skills as a hunter.
May the stars guide you.
Okay, let's go. I don't know what I can feed webwood lurkers. Huh. Well, guess we'll find out. Anyway. Okay, Mr. Webwood Lurker, let's go. Most annoying part of taming something is tanking it. But the first thing you tame is pretty easy, generally. Because, you know, you can just kind of stand here and not care. There we go. Okay, now we gotta hurry along because we want to finish this quest series before this webwood lurker gets bored and leaves, effectively. If you don't feed pets, they just kind of leave because they get unhappy with you. If you don't finish the quest line, it'll just leave. Excellent, Elf with Bow. You are quite a fast learner. It's okay, I've done this before. The variance of nature is something that can be relied upon, Elf with Bow. It is predictable in the way that it never remains the same. It is always changing. The tasks I give to you will help you to see and appreciate the vast differences of the creatures you may choose as your companion. Take this taming rod and use it to tame a night saber stalker, found to the south. Practice your skills as hunter, then you will begin to understand the similarities and differences of nature. Doesn't that mean I have to give up? Also, isn't there like a night saber stalker like right over here? Do I really have to go all the way south down there? Are these not night saber stalkers? Oh, they're just night sabers. Okay. I'm guessing night saber stalkers are higher level, which probably means that I just get rid of my webwood lurker. Well, to be specific, it will get rid of my webwood lurker when I try and recruit something else. That is 100% a thing that will happen. The moment I attempt to recruit something else, I will just lose my webwood lurker. That's just the way that works. Okay, more places to be. Also, let me just make sure that I have a pet bar. I don't. Okay, let's actually put my pet bar in. Enabled. Uh and oh, game. Oh, it's because I was in combat. Okay, put the pet bar along top left. So, put the vehicle bar over here. Put the pet bar over there. There we go. Lock. Okay, we got some Nightsaber Stalkers. Let's. Did it actually tell me how to unsummon? Or no? I can't help but notice that I don't have a button for dismiss. Okay, I can dismiss it like that. Cool. Okay, let's go. You will be my stalker. Stalker? You will follow me around, whether I tell you to or not. Wait. Do I want this? The more I think about it, the less good this seems. Okay, Stalker, let's go, Mr. Nightsaber Stalker. Hopefully that's the end of the pet quest line, and I can just be happy that I have a pet and start doing other quests. Huh. Interesting. It's like one of my add-ons got in a tussle with the Blizzard UI, so I'm just kind of stuck with it the way it is. You have tamed 2 creatures that inhabit the land. Now you must tame one that soars the skies. Use the taming rod to tame a strigged screecher found west of here. Practice your skills with this mighty owl at your side. When your turn, I will bestow you the skills you will need to tame an animal of your choosing to be your companion. This creature will face the challenges you face and gain experience alongside you. I will also show you how to call and dismiss it as you wish. I wonder if maybe the problem is that these don't count as proper pets. So I wonder if maybe that's the reason my pet bar freaks out every time I try and use a command on it. Alright, let's go get a Strigid Screecher. Should be pretty easy. So let's head on that away. Let's go to get the Screecher today. Gonna screech, 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 get the screecher. Screech, 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 replace the stalker. Speaking of, bye stalker. Bye-bye. Although I probably will actually tame a Night Saber. Do, 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 do. Just hum to myself while I walk down the street, going along and along, and I'm walking down the street. It's all good. Gonna run, gonna fly into the sun. Wait a second. One of those steps may not be good for my health. Right. Running is bad for you now, according to some medical studies. So I'm gonna skip that and go right to flying into the sun to preserve my health, you know? That should help keep me healthy. That's really important, you know? So at what point has my BS just gotten a little too intense? You know? Okay, there we go. Cool. Let's go. Let's go, Mr. Screecher. Hey ho, hi ho, let's go. You know, I think it really says how much of a good jam it is that, despite the fact that I actually really don't like Neon Genesis, if I can talk, Neon Genesis Evangelion, just by saying hey ho, hi ho, which followed roughly the tune, its opening just started playing in my head. Really says a lot of how good that tune is. And about how impressionable and young I was when I first watched that series. Man, that was not a good series to watch as a kid. Honestly, that's at least part of the reason I have such a negative impression of it. Because it just seemed dumb to me as a kid because a lot of I wanted a simpler solution than what it offered. A lot of the more intricate things went over my head. Like, you know, back then I hated having a main character who didn't want to be a hero because I was like, yes, go be a hero. Let's do this. And Shinji was like, I don't know, man. No, go be a hero. Stop being a coward and stop crying. Just go be a hero. In fact, I think the only character even remotely like that I liked at all, was from Gurren Lagann, and that was it. It's the only character like that I liked at all at that time. Even now, I don't particularly like them, but I can tolerate them more. You have learned all I can teach you, Elfwitho. Wow, you didn't know much. May I offer you one more piece of advice? Use discretion when choosing your first pet. You choose a creature of the land, of the water, or of the sky. Whatever it may be, without doubt, your pet will be with you for quite some time. Here you are, Elfwitho. I will now give you the power to tame a beast, as well as cull it and dismiss it as you see fit. Use your new skills with pride. You have earned them. Coolio. You now have the power to tame a pet. You must also gain the skills to train it. Travel to Darnassus, where you must speak to one of our most revered hunters, Jocasta. She will give you the ability to train your new pet, so make haste. While Jocasta may seem stern, she is always pleased to have another hunter rising through the ranks. Treat her with respect and she will return in kind. Good luck, Elfwitho.
Farewell.
And that's also when you learn how to feed your pet, isn't it? Right, cool. So we'll just keep the Strigid Screecher for right now. The correct thing to do is go over here and to Huh. Interesting. The only option for me to do with that then is dismiss it. Okay. Anyway,
Target.
let's switch characters, because this character is level 12. And we have other characters to play as. Okay, are there any... Yeah, there's some stuff I need to do here before I go. Okay, so let's go down, turn in Princess Must Die. And turn in Cloth and Leather Armor. And once we've done that, we will walk back to Stormwind, do Heeding the Call. I suspect I'll be stuck in Dolinar after that, but that's fine. Okay. We keep on walking down the field, going into... I was gonna say going into the house, but I forgot that this person is outside, so...
Farewell.
Walking outside the house. Anyway. Okay, let's head back. Got more walking to do, always walking to do. Walk, 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 walk. I hate my life. Walkity walk, walk, walk. We walk, 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 walk. Walk around. There's always more walking to do. We're walking for you. We walk and we walk and we walk, walk, walk around. So, like, my YouTube channel is for people who want to hear me talk, but clearly, this is for people who want to hear me sing. Yeah, that's what's going on here. Two different things, completely different experiences. Although there have been a few times I caught myself singing on the YouTube channel too. But it's pretty rare. Whereas over here, it's like an every time I stream occurrence. It's been a lot of streams since the last time I went a whole stream without singing at least once. On the bright side, my singing has been getting better in terms of singing when I know other people can hear me. Because trust me, it is different. It's a different experience singing when it's just for you. You know, it's the same thing as, like, it's really easy to play an instrument when you're on your own and you know no one else can hear you. But it's a different level of pressure if you even know that one other person is listening, much less on the internet where I'm effectively... It's like you're singing on a stage, but you can't see the audience, and you don't even know how big the room is. Because I'm putting these all up, I'm archiving them all on YouTube, so, like, how big is my theoretical audience? Probably small, but I can't be certain about that, you know? Because if a YouTuber or Twitch person ever does make it big, then... Did I say Twitch person instead of Twitch streamer? Wow. Okay. Anyway, but if you do ever make it big, a lot of your archive stuff suddenly gets a lot more views. So, like, there's a very real chance that, you know, my older stuff ends up getting a lot more views, which is a scary thought, to be honest. Because, like, I don't think any of my stuff is, like, terrible, but a lot of it's just bad, quality-wise. Like, my first couple of things on Celeste where I just didn't understand editing or proper timing or anything, like... And this is how I feel when I'm only a couple months out from it. I can't even imagine how I'll feel if I look back on these videos in like 5 years and if I've been doing this that entire time. Oh man. Oh boy. Oh boy. Don't want to think about it. Okay, we're gonna go over to Sarah Timberlane and trade in for some of her glorious leather armor. And then keep walking. More walking to do yet. More walking to do yet.
Need help?
Anyway, yeah, give me them pants.
Bless you.
Heck yeah. My pants have been upgraded. I now wear better pants. Heck yeah, got them sweet pants on. They're like sweatpants, but sweet. I have no idea what to talk about now. Blagobloozle. There we go. That was... I talked about something. Are you proud of me? The silence is crushing. Nobody's proud of me. I need to get me some simps, you know? So that way they can be proud of me. Or at least tell me they're proud of me. Whether they actually are or not can be hard to tell. I look up in the sky today and cry because I am sad, I guess? I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. I should talk about something though. Let's see. Oh, so did I talk about this on Tuesday? No, I don't think I'd read it yet Tuesday. Maybe. Did I read that? Don't remember. Anyway. I think I probably talked about it on stream Tuesday, because I think Tuesday was the day that I read it. But regardless, I'll talk about it again today. I read the Sleeping Worlds theory for Kingdom Hearts 3, and while I don't think it's been updated for Remind yet, I'm so enthralled with it. I don't necessarily think that it's definitely correct. I definitely think that they were onto something with like the idea that something more was going on in Kingdom Hearts 3. And I'm definitely super down for the idea that that there were other things going on there, because honestly, oh man, Kingdom Hearts 3 was rough as a game. Like, it was rough in a lot of ways, and the idea that that it was intentional and that you were supposed to feel like things were off just feels so much better than before, where it just kind of felt bad. You know, like breathing that through was a breath of fresh air just because it offered a possibility that Kingdom Hearts 3 wasn't bad, but I misunderstood what they were going for. That, and I'm gonna try playing Critical Mode soon. It'll probably go up on my YouTube channel at some point, probably over the summer. And, well, no, I'll play it over the summer. But before I do that, because, interestingly, of the people I know watch my channel, a lot of them haven't heard anything about the Kingdom Hearts games. Yeah. So, I'll be playing Kingdom Hearts, all the previous Kingdom Hearts games first. Or at least all the ones that I can get access to. I'm still kind of disappointed that Recoded and 358 by 2 days still only got a, like, effectively a summary, and which is a shame, because while those games weren't amazing, they were still good. They were worth playing. If I can find a way to record on my 3DS, I'll do that, but I'll record Recoded and the other on there if I can find a way to. But I'm a little stuck in the fact that you can't get those modded anymore. Like, that's not a thing that can happen. So I'm kind of stuck, you know? Supposedly there's some software solutions though, but I don't know. I haven't tried. So I might see if I can get something working. Or some camera setup that I can actually do while playing a game. But every camera setup I can think of just sounds like a terrible experience for all involved. You know what I mean? Like, oh gosh. Yeah, there we go. Glad I didn't have to press the I've gotten stuck button. I still think it's hilarious. It's an actual thing. Anyway, same dealio as with my other Night Elf. I'm making sure that I do in fact have, okay, I have both sides of the flight path. All is well with the world.
Light bless you.
Okay, yeah, I have all the points on that flight path that I need to have. Okay. It doesn't really matter if whether I have, whatever that place is called, Menethil or something? Something like that. It's, yeah, Menethil Harbor. Doesn't really matter if I have that as a flight path or not, because if I'm coming from Dolinar, that's where I get off the ship, so I can just get the flight path then. What was really important was that I had the flight path for the other, for somewhere that Menethil connected to. Although it looks like Menethil connects to Ironforge, which I didn't know. But, you know, works just as well. Like, that's good too. As long as it connects to somewhere that I have a flight path to, that's all that really matters, right? I just don't want to have to do the corpse run again. So long as all I have to do to get here is pay 3 silver, everything is fine. Like, that's all that needs to be true, is that I pay 3 silver to get here. Instead of crying. It's a long walk to the graveyard where your grave is. But don't worry, I'll carry you the whole way. And when we get there tonight, I'll make sure to dig real deep before I plant you there to stay. I can't believe I just sung a whole line about taking someone somewhere and burying them. We'll pretend that they knew and it was consensual and not murder, just... No, that doesn't actually make it better, does it, crap?
Assist you.
Okay, heeding the call. Excuse me, friend. It has come to my attention that Mathringril Bearwalker has put out word that he wishes to speak with you. It seems that your training as Drew is about to take on a new life, and he'll be training you personally. Mathringil is the direct assistant to the Archdruid himself, and is one of the most sage and august druids you'll find in Teldrassil. He is located in the Canarian enclave of Darnassus on the second floor of Vandrel Stagheim's tree. Yeah.
Alone light your path.
As I thought, it directs me to head back to the Darnassus area. So yeah, I'll have to walk over there. Okay. I was afraid of that, but it's whatever. It's fine. I didn't care about those kinds of divides when I'm playing on Horde, because on Horde it's just a flight, you know? It's not quite so much of a hassle to go from one place to another in the Horde. The Horde has a significantly easier time doing that kind of stuff. Apparently someone's yelling about a Dragon Slayer. Cool. I got stronger because of it. Gotta love that endgame content affecting poor little me. But it's cool. Like it's good for me, so whatever. Affect away, I guess. Do I have herbalism yet? Herbalism, not herbalism. Gotta rein in that weird accent, you know? The answer to that question was yes, for the record. So it's not what I meant to do. What I did mean to do though was to go over here, make sure that I find herbs on. After all, gotta level herbalism up, and I need to be sending a bunch of herbs to my paladin, so that way he can level up in alchemy. Anyway, I jump, and I jump, and I jump to victory. I do a front flip, but only sometimes. It's kinda randomly. I don't know. I've legitimately spent several minutes singing, and it's only been an hour. That's a bad habit to be forming. Okay, let's see. What can I do? I mean, maybe it's not a bad habit to be forming, because as far from the streamers I've seen, not a lot of people do it. So, you know, niche, I guess? Question mark? But is it niche anyone cares about? That's the real question. And is it something I care to do at all consistently? Or, you know what? You know what? I'm thinking about this the wrong way. I forgot. I just have to do whatever I want. That's my brand. I do what I want. On a corollary to I do what I want. It's interesting when so in my teaching program, because teaching is still a relatively conservative profession, you know, one of the things we talked about was, you know, if, you know, something that you're, like, you have to be careful because your employer is not going to like it if, like, a picture of you with any alcohol or anything like that exists on the internet as something that other people can access. And on the one hand, I get that. And I wouldn't have that kind of picture of me, like, not of me drunk, maybe of me, like, with a drink in my hand. But definitely not a picture of me drunk. That's not a thing that will exist in general. It's this quest. Friend of mine, Nessa Shadow Song, is a fishing merchant in Ruthron Village. She needs a parcel taken to Darkshore and is looking for someone to help her. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll accept it. Just because I'll eventually do it. Anyway, as I was saying, but like, so like, it's not the kind of picture I would have anyway, but my stance on the matter is always, it is honestly a very arrogant one. Because I have picked a career where I am the magical unicorn that you will never find. And I did that deliberately. I will never have to fear for job security. My primary profession is in computer science, but I'm also trained as a teacher, and I plan to get certified to teach at least both computer science and math. And because after that it's only finishing a content course test, I might be certified to teach in whatever else I feel like, you know? Whatever else I know enough about and feel like learning enough about to be able to pass the content test for it. Not to mention that I'm considering potentially doing a doctorate. And at that point, I can work in my field, I can work as a teacher, to a school, I am the magical unicorn they will never find, because I'm someone who has real-world experience doing programming, who wants to teach. And so my opinion of it was, well, I'm going to do what I think is right, and I will listen to them if they say, we don't think that you should be doing this. But if I disagree, I'll find somewhere else to work if they want to push it that far. You know what I mean? Like, I feel confident enough in my marketability that I'll just find somewhere else to work. And that's just my perspective on it. I'm not ever gonna compromise on... Here, let me actually read this real quick. I'm glad you found your way here today, young druid. The time has come for you to take a large step into a much larger world. Inside each of Cenarius' children is the call to serve nature. Animals and plants are our friends as well as our charges. I have killed a lot of my friends. Anyway, we choose to devote our lives as preservers of balance for their sakes, as well as our own. Your first step into this world will be to learn of the ways of the bear, and to learn strength and of body and heart. Ready yourself. All druids are welcome in the sacred lands of Moonglade, regardless of the current tensions and the Cenarian circle between Archdruid Stalghem and Keeper Remulus, Moonglade's guardian. Now that you're learning the ways of the claw, I'll teach you the spell that lets you transport yourself there. Cast it whenever you seek Moonglade's knowledge or solace. As for your first lesson, travel to Moonglade and speak with Dendrite, Starblaze, and Nighthaven about the path you're now on. Good luck, young druid.
Till next we meet.
Anyway, now know how to teleport to the Moonglade. Let's go. I just don't remember if you can teleport back to where you came from. Or if you have to Hearth. I don't remember. I've only done this once before on Horde. So, you know. I don't exactly remember how it works. Gotta go to the upper level. Also, let me actually do the inventory management I've been putting off. Right quick. Won't take but a second. There we go. I had enough junk building up in my inventory that really needed handled. Yeah, I do know first aid. Cool. Let's create a bunch of linen bandages then. As always, crafting is the most fun part of the game. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. This is it. This is prime time. Creme de la creme. Like this is it. This is the best part of the game right here. It's crafting. 100% it is crafting. Definitely. This is the best. What if I stream my Twitch stream? Because, like, I could theoretically do a window capture, so I could window capture my Twitch. It'd definitely be funny for the first 5 seconds, then it'd probably get really old. But for 5 seconds... For 5 seconds, it would be a funny joke.
May the stars guide you.
Okay, there we go. Now, let's go turn in the quest. Hello. Greetings, Druid. You are welcome in Night Haven, as well as all of Moonglade. The Cenarian Circle welcomes all beings who respect the authority and command of nature. While you are here, please be sure to preserve the balance in all things. Disturbances are not welcome here, and our wardens are trained to cease all hostilities without question. And so it begins, Father Cenarius, and so it begins. Dendrite makes a quick, invisible gesture in the air above him. A slight aura of power falls over him. But the first perspective of nature you must adapt to is that of the bear. I will put you on the path to understanding this aspect of druidic life, but it's you that must embrace it and propagate it, now and forever. In the northwest part of Moonglade resides the home of a wise and noble being. We call it the Great Bear Spirit. For all druids, it has served as a tutor and mentor into the first true natural understanding of the bear. All druids at one point seek the spirit's wisdom, and you shall be no exception. Go to the Great Bear Spirit now and learn what it will teach. When it is satisfied with you, return to me here in Night Haven. We will then see if you have truly taken account of the lessons it teaches.
Farewell.
Sounds like a plan. Anyway, so it's over here. Off we go to it. Yeah, this is where the Moonglade is, up here. And if you're wondering, this place is contested territory because druids from both sides come here. That's why some of the wardens are Taurens. Okay, let's find the Great Bear Spirit. The bear spirit looks upon you with a calm and peaceful gaze. You hear a voice speak to you as though it was coming from the bear, but the creature makes no indication that it is speaking. Greetings, my young friend. If you have come to me seeking guidance, perhaps I can help you find what you seek. What do you represent, spirit? I represent the strength with which bolsters you as a young druid. You have come to me to learn this strength, young one. I will teach this to you. I will teach you all that is the spirit bear. Provided you will listen and understand. Oh yes, great spirit bear. Or great bear spirit, excuse me. In order to know what it means to draw upon my spirit, you need to understand the importance of the strength of the body as well as the strength of the heart. Yeah, sure. Strength of the body is the power and swiftness of action. You must keep yourself fit at all times, both physically and mentally. The bear's girth highlights its strength, as it is a ferocious foe in combat. The bird's girth, however, bellies its agility and sharp mind. These are surprises you will use to your advantage. You must rely on the strength of the bear's body in order to master the way of the claw. Strength of the heart is what gives you the resolve to take action. Action that is rooted in intents that are pure and forthright. To keep the balance is not to be complacent or, banal. You must show resolve for that which you believe in, and you must be willing to fight for it. The mother bear shows endless conviction in protecting her young, as does an elder bear protecting his den. It is this resolve, this strength of heart, which you must come to know if you are to master the way of the claw. I have heard your words, great bear spirit, and I understand. I now seek your blessings to fully learn the way of the claw. It remains to be seen if you are ready, young one. Even the wisest and oldest of druids are never truly ready when their ultimate time of testing comes. You have heard my words, and now you must move on. Heed what I have taught you. There will be a time when you will have your strength tested. You must face your foes the bearwood, with strength of body and with strength of heart. Learn from the fight, young one. Go, with my blessings. Let me... It's not that. That's what I meant. Okay, I just can't open the stance bar. Okay, fine then. I didn't want to open it anyway. It's fine. I'm not upset. I'm not crying, you're crying. You're just trying to project it onto me. Anyway, we have yet more walking to do. I just love Walking Simulator 2019. It's my favorite game. What if someone actually made that? And that's the full title of the game. Walking Simulator. That's the whole thing. You know, I wonder if that exists somewhere already. I don't know that it doesn't. Probably does then. That sounds like the kind of game someone would be insane enough to make, is all I'm saying. Like, that's the kind of insanity it sounds like someone would create. Okay. Hello. Great Bear Spirit! Dendrite makes another invisible gesture in the air above him as you approach. Another aura of power comes over him, and he smiles ever so slightly. I sense wisdom in you, young one, that was not present when we first met. You gaze upon me with strength and knowing intent, though this intent is yet not focused. You will now learn to focus your strength and adopt the nature of the bear into your work. Time has come for us to part ways, young one, as the application of your lesson takes you back to whom that sent you to me. Mithrangal Bearwalker walks truly in balance with nature, even as he dwells precariously close to where the balance is faltered. Listen to his instructions, and you will soon complete your first lessons into your role as a protector of balance. Go now, young one. We shall meet again.
May the stars guide you.
So, I just need to go play another character while I wait for my, because I strongly suspect that this is just gonna take me back to this point again. And, yep, sure did. Well, I guess I go play another character for another 40 minutes. BRB buffs for days. That's really unfortunate, isn't it? There's probably an end somewhere down there in Nighthaven, but I honestly can't be bothered to walk down there. It'll take less time to just let this logout commence. And I'm pretty sure I'm already at max bonus XP anyway, so it's not like I'm losing any potential bonus XP. Okay, sword stab. Oh, wait. I have to go turn in some quests in here. And accept the next one. Easy peasy. Okay, let's go. Hey ho, hi ho, let's go. Hey ho, hi ho, let's go. That's right, the staircase is all the way at the back. Okay, let's keep going. I don't know why I keep jumping. I can't front flip on this character, so you know, is there really any point to jumping all that much? No, there isn't. It's just a waste of energy. It's a waste of my thumb's durability.
Peace be with you. Goddess bless you.
Whee! Okay. Why do that's why I'm poor. I was like, why do I only have this much? Then I'm like, right. This character is poor. Makes sense. Let us continue on. I really need to actually, like, get a profile picture and stuff up on Twitch. I really need to actually get a proper profile picture rather than the stand-in I have on YouTube. That's literally just, like, I drew out in slightly curvy lines MAR. And then my banner is just the full thing, and that's really just not very good. But I really just wanna draw something decent. And I'm kinda bad at drawing, so that's gonna take a few tries. And I don't have time to do any of those tries, much less all the ones necessary to come out with something that I actually like. Nice. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, let's go turn in the road to Darnassus. Then go over there and kill some Gnarlpine Mystics and get the Gnarlpine necklace. Then we will come back and we will do that place I love so much and do the Benethel Hollow. So let's just do this. Not gonna be any dangerous situations in the next 5 minutes. Let's just use it to go fiest for a little bit. Get where I'm going a bit faster. Not much faster, but a bit faster. And hey, it adds up, right? Let's go down the road. Got more stuff to do. I don't know about you. I'm gonna keep on going and it's gonna take a toll. 'Cause I don't have time to stream at all. But I'm here anyway. Oh man. Have you ever made a decision that you know is bad? Like you know objectively that it's a bad decision, but you know that you're gonna make it anyway? Yeah. That's the way I've been feeling lately. It's like, I know that objectively, if I'm feeling too stressed and busy, the right decision is to stop streaming or something, to cut something out of my schedule. And, well, streaming's the most optional thing I do, so, you know. But, like, I don't want to. I like everything I'm doing right now. And I kind of want to just keep on doing all of it. Puts me in an awkward situation, you know?
I don't have a target.
Okay, let's turn this quest in as a drive-by. There we go. Drive-by quest turn in. Literally just ran by her, going, "Hey, I did that thing you asked. Here's the proof. Oh, thanks you." As she threw the money bag at me. I actually don't know what I should be putting my points into. So I'm not sure what to do with my points. I should look up some guides on where to be putting points. And actually plan out my point usage. But it's not like the individual points make a whole lot of difference at this point anyway. The only point usage that really makes a big difference at this point is I know that on my shaman I'm going directly for improved Ghost Wolf until I'm high enough level to unlock Mana Tide Totem, and then maybe I'll respec into Mana Tide Totem. Maybe. So that way I don't have to wait another 9 levels to get it. But and then the only other one I know for sure is that on my warlocks, I know that the first thing I want to do is get corruption as an instant cast, because it makes kiting a lot easier. Especially during these early portions where I don't have where I haven't taken the time to get my thing, what are they called? The second kind of demon that you can summon, the ones that are more tanky. I'm completely blanking on what they're called. It's like it's 100% escaping me right now. Like it went out the freaking door. It is gone. Like it got away. Anyway, watch me just murder this thing with extreme vengeance. Isn't it fun? Love being a rogue. Just everything dies so fast. Look at this. It's glorious. I don't even have a second sword. Yet. I really hope I get a one-handed weapon at some point in here. I really don't want to have to buy one. So, like, I'm aware that I'm fighting at a disadvantage, and it's purely because I don't feel like buying a sword. Like, I acknowledge that 100% the right option is to just buy a sword, but I don't feel like spending money on that. So I'm just waiting to see if I can get a one-handed sword. Or at least a dagger. Like, at least something to put in my secondary, you know? There we go. Something to put in my offhand. Like, anything is better than nothing. There we go. But yeah, just look at me just bowl through these guys. Don't even have to take a break. And like you compare that to like every other class where I have to pause between like pretty much every enemy. And Rogue doesn't care. Rogue just does what Rogue wants. Like, Rogue's busy going on a murder spree. You know, every other class is like, oh, beat one enemy, time to take a breather. Meanwhile, meanwhile, Rogue over here just like, oh, murder them all. Okay, there we go. There's that done. And I mean, it's not quite that exaggerated, but it is definitely true that so long as you keep a rogue's weapons good enough, they will just bull rush through everything in front of them. They don't care. My sword's not even that good. Like, it's only 2.5 DPS. That's not great. Like, it's not bad, but it's certainly not amazing for my level. It's just meh. Like, it's okay. But I'll be replacing it pretty soon. Is it manhand? It is. Ew. Something being assigned as manhand is actually kind of unfortunate. So it means that I can't put it anywhere else. Really sucks. Yeah, let's find what I want. Cool. I got 4 more armor now. Oh boy. I'm practically unstoppable. But yeah, it's gonna be a long day. And by day, I mean week. And by week, I mean year. Skipping right over month. Because at the point where it's a long year, then yeah, of course it's a long month, right? Even to the point where it's a long week, that already kind of implies it's gonna be a long month. Also, I'm really annoyed. I'm being forced to take an English class that should have been covered by my direct transfer agreement. And the only reason I'm being forced to take it is because someone somewhere decided that people in the teacher certification program should have to take English 102, even when it's part of Gen Ed requirements. They listed it specifically separately, so that way people who have a DTA like me, who may not have taken at their school English 102, still have to go back and take it in order to get teacher certification. And English 102 just doesn't matter that much. Like, why did someone bother to spend the political capital on that?
Feel free to browse.
Like, it's just not worth it. It doesn't make sense. Okay. Watch this power move. That's not what I meant to do. That was a power move, though. Buy it from him, then immediately go, here, I'll sell it back to you for less money than I just gave you. No, what I was gonna do is I was gonna buy 2 of them.
Good luck, friend.
There we go. I've now significantly increased my damage in anticipation of where I'm about to go. Now make a bunch of bandages. I'll keep these on me since I don't have any food. So that way I have some kind of way to restore my health where I'm going. Okay, let's go. Hey ho, hi ho. Let's go. Let's go down the road to my doom. I mean, to my not doom? Not doom. To my not doom. It won't be my doom, it'll be your doom. Or maybe their doom? I don't know. Someone's doom. At what point am I being too ridiculous, do you think? Oh, so I mentioned earlier that I'd gotten a new mic, or that I ordered a new mic. It's not here yet. It won't be here for like another week and a half or something. Like, I think the delivery day is for like the 21st through the 29th or something. But I was going to look into getting a webcam too, but because of how many people need webcams right now, the demand is ridiculous and they're super expensive. And I just don't need one that badly, so I'm gonna wait until they're not as expensive and then get them. Because, yeah. I don't know. I'm torn between wanting my YouTube channel and stuff to be successful and wanting to effectively just use it as an archive of, like, these are all the games I've played and beaten, and, you know, and using it that way is fine, but if I want to use it that way, then I have to be uploading a lot more videos than I am. But on the other hand, if I'm using it that way, then that's fine.
That ability isn't ready yet. I can't do that.
I have done a dump. There we go. That was a lot of misses. All of a sudden. Well, fine then, game. Just screw me over like that, why don't you? I mean, I'm 3 levels higher and a human using a sword, which means I have extra accuracy. I was still sitting there, missing frequently. Like, okay then, game. You don't like me that much, you could have just said so. You didn't have to, you know, do that.
I don't have enough.
Anyway, nice wasted heal cast, nerd.
I don't have a target.
Well, I mean, I was actually saving enough time to gouge it that time, but it just got murdered because I double crit it and it just disappeared. You know, like enemies do when you crit them twice in short succession. Oh yeah, now you can really see just how bonkers a rogue gets. Rogue is definitely one of the easier classes to solo level. I did it bad. Well, you know, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Just kind of awkwardly look at the shaman as it's incapacitated for the moment. Like, well, we both played bad. No, thank you. Occurs to me that with the amount of health it had, I could have just eviscerated it and been done with the fight. But, you know, whatever. Okay, there we go. Another enemy defeated. And it is so nice to be playing a character who can just not even care, like, just eviscerate my way through this entire area. Like, I don't even have to care. I do not care about any of this. Just die, you nerds. Although it is going to be painful in a couple of minutes, because I just realized that I've only got 2 bags in this place. I might be killing the enemies faster, but that's not going to change how many enemies I have to go through. Like it doesn't change the fundamental crux of that problem, that I have a lot of enemies to get through, which means that I'm getting a lot of drops, which would be fine. Nice wasted heal time, shaman. Should have been healing yourself in preparation for when I destroyed you after your friend. It's okay, we both played bad. Anyway, let's just grab this. Yeah, don't you just love this quest? It's so fun. I get to do this several more times. Actually, how many more times do I have to do this? I have to do this again on my hunter. My, obviously I'm doing it right now on my rogue. I have to do it on my druid. And then one other character who I can't remember right now. It's the quest I'm doing to get everyone from level 11 to 12 except for the druid and the hunter, who did their level 10 quest line instead. But hey, you know, it just means that I'm really familiar with this quest, right? I can do it really optimally, you know? Like doing things like this. Though granted, you could probably do what I just did there just by looking down and determining it was safe to jump. You didn't necessarily have to have gone through here a bunch of times. At least doing it as a rogue is just so much nicer. So much nicer. Compared to my experience as a warlock, this is practically heaven. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna just eat an apple real fast. My inventory's gonna be full soon anyway, so might as well. Yeah, that's right. To the graveyard with you. You know what? I'm gonna try and stealth past, so that way I can kill these shamans after I get the quest for a shaman drop. Nice.
Not enough energy.
I'm hoping to have all my characters through level 12 by the end of this week.
Not ready yet. Not enough energy. I can't do that yet. Not enough energy.
I feel like I may have made a terrible mistake, 'cause I'm gonna have to actually blow a cooldown.
That ability.
As a rogue, that generally means you've messed something up, at least at this level.
Not enough energy.
Especially if it's a cooldown you didn't plan to blow. Yes, I will bring you your shaman voodoo charms. Let me just have a quick bite to eat, you know? It's important. Gotta keep my strength up with apples. Which is clearly something apples are really good for, I guess.
I can't do that yet. That ability is
Darn it.
ready yet.
I didn't kill it fast enough. No. Request denied. Anyway, let's just watch me slash this guy to death. It's fun. Assuming I don't miss a whole bunch. Jeez. That's annoying.
I don't have enough energy.
There we go. Now I use some bandages. And there we go. Health is mostly restored. Fortunately, I'm 3 shamans in and still do not have the thing I need to get from shamans, but it's fine. I'll just keep murdering more things.
Not enough energy.
I'll just commit all the murders. It'll be fine. Once I've murdered this entire cave, I will surely have everything I need.
Not enough energy.
What was that delay on gouge? Oh, it cost 45. I thought it cost 40. Whoops. I'll have to be more careful about how much energy I'm saving then, I guess. Oh well, it's fine.
Not enough energy.
Okay, screw this. I'll just respec later if this is the wrong decision. I want Sinister Strike to be better. I want it to cost me less. I was going to eat an apple, but I stopped too close to it. That's fine.
I don't have enough energy.
Stupid defenders and their high physical defense. Anyway, eat another apple. Apparently my boots are worn down. Not sure how that happened. Yeah, nom nom nom. Eat all the apples. Hungry, hungry rogue.
Not ready yet.
There we go. I'm gonna just take a second to bandage myself, you know, just to be safe. I always have that fear that, like, when I'm cutting it close like that, I'm just gonna have that really bad luck moment where I have, like, 4 misses in a row and then die. When I was first playing this game, like, right when WoW Classic had just come out, I had something like that happen to me as a shaman. Like, legitimately, something resisted 4 spells in a row. And, like, what do you do about that, right? Like, at that point, you just have to lament that you didn't, have that much spare health in that encounter. Well. I really need to have, darn it.
Enough energy.
I really should have some kind of aura set up to be monitoring when my energy comes up. But that requires installing more add-ons and working with more add-ons, and that sounds like effort. So, you know, that's not happening. At least not right now, anyway. To the graveyard with ye. Ugh. Come on, shamans. Drop me the voodoo charm already. Don't make me have to kill more than 10 shamans again. The worst part is that with some characters, I got it much sooner, so I know the drop rate can't be that bad. I'm just unlucky. It's clearly not a good drop rate. Like, I'm fairly certain that a large part of it is just that I am that, in fact, that unlucky.
I can't do that. That ability isn't ready.
There we go. Okay, wait for full health and energy, and then go wreck some augurs. There's one augur down. I probably didn't need to eviscerate it, but I wasn't expecting the double crit. Oh, hey, there's another one. Hey, how about you just that? This is unfortunate, huh?
That ability isn't ready yet.
I think I may just die here.
I don't have enough. Not enough.
We'll see.
Not enough energy. Not enough energy. I can't
Did I dodge enough to save myself? That is the question of the minute. Yes, I did. Ooh, 50% dodge chance coming in clutch. I mean, not even close. Completely fine. You know, I have to say that really is just a great example of why rogues are at this level just easily the strongest class. Like you place any other class in a 4v1 situation against enemies of similar levels, and their only real options are kiting and running away. Whereas as a rogue, I just kind of stabbed them. I mean, yeah, at least you don't have to play them though. But no, I get it. Like fundamentally, this challenge is it's hard. In the sense that like, yeah, like honestly though, doing everything 8 times or 16 times is how do you think it's gonna feel when we get to some of the shared quests? Oh man, I can't wait to do things 16 times. It's gonna be so fun. But yeah, honestly, this challenge is just hard because of how many times I'm doing things back to back. I could make it easier on myself and on my viewers by changing the order in which I'm doing it, like leveling one character at a time. But there's just something satisfying about opening up my character selection screen and seeing 8 level 12s, you know? So I'll probably keep playing it this way, even though it's not as interesting. The secret is to only tune in for one see though, then I look at that 60 and then I'm sad because the rest aren't 60. I don't know. I like to keep numbers even in any game I play. Like any game that lets me, I will do even stat all the way. Just because it's a weird idiosyncrasy. But I like keeping numbers even. Oh yes. Hey, although at that point, because each level takes literally hours, you won't feel this watching the same quest 8 times in a row thing as much, because each level will be way more than just the one quest that this level is. Like, me doing the same quest 8 times back to back will actually disappear once I'm past the level 20s, right? Because at that point, aside from a few specific points, you never... I don't know why I'm fighting these guys. I just kind of walked over here on autopilot, but I don't have the voodoo charm yet, so I really should just be looking for more shamans to kill. So, whoops. Oh well. Bandage myself. And then spend the rest of my regeneration time making more bandages. But yeah, around 50 plus, it'll take weeks, but at least I won't have to do the same quest in a week, ever. I will never have to do the same quest twice in a week at that point. Unless I'm playing way more in a week than I should. But yeah, it's definitely easier if you focus on things as one character at a time. I think part of the reason I'm doing it like this is because I know that like this, I'll be stubborn about quitting. Because I haven't had a level 60 yet. Whereas, if I get a level 60, I might just not get more. if the others are all like level 10. And I don't want to quit the challenge.
That ability isn't ready yet. I don't have enough energy.
But like it's a matter of like I know myself and I know the way I think. I suspect that if I did get a character up to level 60, that would satisfy my sense of achievement enough that I'd be like, I don't need to get the rest of these up there. I know that I could. It's kind of like how some people drop out of a marathon as soon as they see the finish line, because now they've convinced themselves they could have made it there. And that's all, that feeds into their sense of achievement enough they can stop now. My gosh, will one of these give me the stupid voodoo charm already? Darn it. Sadness. The other reason to not, also just realized I'll have to get rid of something for the voodoo charm. What do I have that's worth the least? Oh, I have spring water in here. Ew, get rid of that. Who needs water? Silly plebeians drinking water. Ha! Darn it. That swing just got there just a little bit too late. There we go, there it is. I don't even care about that battle axe. Just let me go turn in the charm. Then go and finish this quest. Get out of here. Okay, there we go. Then I will be one step closer to never having to set foot into this place again. On the bright side, that is actually a really nice feeling. When you finish something for the 8th time in this challenge, that's it. You're done. If it's just an alliance only or a horde only quest, that's it. You don't have to do it ever again. We're officially done with it. You can just say screw that noise and leave. The other nice thing about this kind of challenge is it forces me to get better at commentary. Because you know, I'm doing the same quest 8 times in a row. There's nothing interesting going on after the first time, right? So, you know. Yeah, get over here, you stupid bear. Well, druid, technically, but you're in bear form, so close enough. It says level 10 beast in the bottom right, so you know. Might as well be a bear. I just say that I am annoyed that he dodged Gouge, that I missed with Gouge.
Inventory is full.
Yeah, of course my inventory is full. Hey, could you update quest 8? Thank you. So that way I don't have to find wherever. I mean, this is on YouTube. I put all of my streams on YouTube. Though my streams are not divided by characters, so you'd still have to dig through them, figure out which character is which. But my main link on here goes to my main channel, which is no. I do enough editing for my actual YouTube videos. I do not have time to do editing for this. Like, it really is just a matter of, even if I liked editing, I'm also a full-time student and I work part-time, So there's just no way. No way that I managed to dig out the time to edit these videos too. Oh my gosh, will you die, you stupid defender? Just wanted to get everything on me. That's fine. I'll just crit this shaman until it stops existing. See ya, thanks for stopping by. Okay. Let's go. Let's defeat some more enemies. Almost able to leave here.
I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full.
No, that's worse than what I have.
Not ready. That ability isn't ready yet.
Okay, another enemy defeated. Definitely meant to hit eviscerate there. Whoops. Anyway, that is a better sword than I have. So we're gonna take that.
I can't carry anymore.
Gosh darn it. Let's see. That's only a worn leather belt. Actually, wait. What do I have as a belt? A worse belt. That's annoying.
Not ready. Not enough. I don't know. Inventory is full.
Yeah. Okay, equip that. There we go. Now I can just leave. Time to go. Be going fast. Be speeding on out of here, because I am done with this place. Here's the real question. Even with sprint and dodge, I think I may not live to get out of here. I also think I took a wrong turn somewhere. I totally did. That's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. I missed a turn. Whoops. Oh well. Turn me to life. I don't care about resurrection sickness. I have quests to turn in and inventory stuff to manage anyway. Okay, let's go turn in this quest, and then I can switch which character I'm on after I manage my inventory. Lots more to do. Still lots left. I walk along the road to Dolana. It's a real shame it's not called Dolanan, because that would have flown better. Or flowed better? Yeah, flowed better, not flown better. Flown better is definitely not what I meant. Life is hard. Got to go do the relics of awakening, yo. Yo ho ho. Gotta go turn in the relics of awakening. And then I can probably switch back to Druid. I think it's been more than 40 minutes. So it should be fine to get Druid to level 13. Do 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 do.
How may I help?
Well, I guess I'll take the staff.
Del Natris.
Okay, there we go. Now let us go and sell all my junk. But first, most fun part of the game would be crafting, but I have to actually go. I'm about to be able to learn something, so let me go over to closer to the first aid trainer. About to be able to learn that most important of things. Heavy linen bandage.
I am
Yo,
listening.
train me. Heavy linen bandage,
May the
thank you.
stars guide you.
There we go. That's the stuff. Okay, there we go. Now let's go sell all of our junk items. Once I sell my junk items, I will switch characters.
Feel free to browse. A loon light your path. My
And let
goods
me
are of the highest.
share all my junk too.
Goddess
There we go.
watch over you.
Okay, walk out. Switch back up to my druid. And can use Hearth now. Coolio. Why in the world is that all the way over there? Okay, let's go and because I need to go do that. Need to actually go finish getting bear form. That is my goal for today. Finish getting bear form. gonna do some exciting stuff today. Gonna cry away the night. I said I'm gonna cry and cry and cry and cry. Cry away the night. It's gonna be a lot of walking to cry it all away. Gonna cry away the night. Life is hard, man. Life is hard. No one understands. It's true. Life is hard. Life is hard. Okay, let's keep on keeping on. Got more stuff to do. Got a lot more stuff to do. To-do list never shrinks. It only grows. It grows and grows and grows and grows. Okay, almost back to Darnassus. So I'm almost to the point where I can take the next step in this quest. The walk continues. Almost back. Just a little bit further. Just gotta walk up here, and we're back. And we are back, baby. Back to Darnassus. Welcome back, Buffs for Days. I sense that your first meeting with the Great Bear Spirit is the same as it is with all druids. When they first start down the path of the claw, a little bewildering, but very intense. I know it was that way with me. The Great Bear Spirit has been part of Azeroth as long as Azeroth has existed in the heavens. We have come to rely on its wisdom and its power to fuel our purpose. The time has now come for your first test of this purpose. Listen closely. Directly east of Aberdeen lay many Moonkin caves. The one closest to Aberdeen has a Moonkin stone inside it. Lunaclaw, the defender of the stone, will face you only when Cenarian Moondust is applied to it. Lunaclaw possesses one of the strength you must use as one of the claw. You've earned the right to use this Cenarian Moondust, Buffs for Days. Now show me that you've earned the right to possess the strength of body and the strength of heart needed as a druid.
Good luck, friend.
Okay. That's, yeah, it's over there. Okay, let's go do that. Off we go. Still lots and lots and lots of quests to do. Always got more quests to do. Got more stuff to do. Ooh. Gonna cry 'cause of all this stuff I have to do. Ooh.
Peace be with you.
How'd I interact with them? I don't have anything to do here. I'm going to go with because I'm tired. It's the only explanation that makes sense anyhow. Okay, here we go. Take that quest. Go through here. Walking this way.
Hello.
Yes, I have need of a courier who will take a package to Darkshore. Will you help me? Sure. Fishermen of Ruthven Village do very well, but the fish here are extremely large and abundant. I would like to compare the bounty here with that of the mainland. I have a collection of fish bones and scales I would like taken to a colleague of mine in Darkshore. His name is Lard, and he is a fish vendor in the village of Aberdeen. Bring my collection to our hippogriff master, or Spiritus, and speak to him about traveling to Aberdeen. Oh, this is the quest that's supposed to be the tutorial to, hippogriffs. Okay, that makes more sense.
I am honored.
From Ruthven, there are two methods of travel to Aberdeen, by ferry and by hippogriff. Both are quick and reliable, but if you have not yet flown to Aberdeen by hippogriff, then I suggest you do. It is sound advice to speak with the hippogriff master in every town that has one. Once you speak to the master, you can then fly there from other towns. Here is Nessa's collection. Speak with me again when you're ready to fly to Aberdeen and deliver Nessa's collection to Laird.
Go in peace.
Well, let's go. Whee! I fly instead of taking the boat because I like paying money. In what? At least the ocean's pretty, so you know, there's that. More fun if there were, like, something to look at as I flew. Now, like even that's all in, like, shadow, called not loaded yet fog. So this isn't very interesting. Look at those shadows rise and fall as I round. Gotta keep waiting. Okay, there we go. Now let's go turn in that quest in here to the fish vendor.
What brings you here?
Package from Nessa, thank you. Buffs for days. She told me she would send me samples of the fish caught near Ruthven Village. She thinks it may be very different from the fish caught here. My, this drama is nearly twice the size of the same fish found here. These scales are as big as a closed fist. Amazing. Must send a response to Nessa. She'll be very interested to know how different the fish here are from those along Teldrassil's coastline. I only guessed the cause, but it was my suspicion that the world tree itself is affecting the wildlife around it. Please take this response to Nessa. If you wish to take Hippogriff back to Ruthven, yeah.
Be careful. careful.
Anyway, let's go to the east to finish another quest. Off we go. We walk into the distance. We avoid the young moonkin and realize we're gonna have to fight something here. Really don't want to. Nah. Gonna try and skirt around that. That's probably where I need to go anyway. There. How nice of it to start the battle by resisting my spell. And just beating one of these takes like my entire mana bar. Ugh. To be fair, I did forget to have that on. But I also have the Rallying Cry of the Dragon Slayer. Oh, that only increases crit chance of spells. The other bonuses are to physical attack power. Now, we just have to keep waiting, waiting and waiting and waiting. Really sucks to keep waiting now.
I'm out of range.
What was that crit? That is one heck of a boost to melee damage. I should be melee attacking. Screw spells. Yeah, that boost to melee attack power is really nice at low levels. See ya, Luna Claw. I win. Spirit looks intently into your eyes and grasps your hand. You feel a warmth shoot through your body, almost knocking you to your knees. As the warmth passes, you feel the slight presence of an earth sign spirit within your being, bolstering your resolve. Okay, well, that was a thing. Let's go back and... yeah, let's just head back at this point, I guess. Well, nice to have that done. Now I'll be able to turn into a bear, which is a lot more useful than it originally sounds. Like, I know that doesn't actually sound very useful at all, but it really is pretty useful. So, have you ever considered defeating the enemy as a viable solution? Like, I really think it's a good route to victory. Like, if you're gonna pick a route to victory, I recommend defeating the enemy. Like, it's fast, it works. It doesn't always work. Some people will try and get you trapped in a loop of if you kill me, you will become me, and you know, and that's just uh, a real downer. But if that does happen, make sure that you have someone handy around who can, make sure you have someone handy around who can sacrifice themselves to defeat that enemy. Because that's what would happen in a good movie. In what? We walk forward to the end of the world and we die. Yes, we die 'cause the fairy already left, so we cry. Because we're gonna wait a while we could fly. I'm too cheap to do that today, 'cause I want my money to stay. 'Cause I'm just that cheap. I find it funny how, like, instead of not having the follow button be there for yourself, it still shows up, but it says you are unable to follow this user. Like, yeah, obviously. It's myself. Why does the button even show up? You're clearly checking if I am myself, so why not just not have the button appear? That's so much easier. Like, it's so much simpler to just not have the button show up. Like, it's just clearly the better solution. We wait for the ferry. Well, let's at least do something interesting with this time. Even if it's not much. We can watch this majestic dance while we wait for the ferry. Apparently YouTube was down a while ago. Oh, the boat's on its way back. It's almost here. We almost have the ferry. Ferry sighted. It's almost here. We about to have the ferry. Everything's about to be great. Look at that amazing ferry rolling up. There we go. Got a ship. Heck yeah. Let's go. I'm on a boat. Man, that's an old reference. But it's okay. People probably still get it. It's fine. So, since no one's watching right now anyway, I may as well get this on my soapbox. You know, I may as well just get on my soapbox for a bit. So, something that really bothers me, especially now that I'm actually doing streaming and YouTube and everything, is like, game companies could just, okay, so, we're not sure whether streaming constitutes fair use or not. It could potentially be considered transformative because, you know, no one really pays to just watch uncommented footage. There's a qualitative difference between PewDiePie and just the footage. You get what I mean? Like people don't want to watch just the game footage. That's not interesting to them, for the most part. But that's not the biggest problem I have, because yeah, if it goes to court, who knows what the court's gonna rule on it. Probably depends on whose videos go to court. And whoever it happens to. Oh, okay. Well, alright then. Hold up a second. Let me just restart my WoW to make sure it wasn't anything with that caused it. Yeah, logging into game server, logged in just fine. Okay, cool. And we're back. Back on the boat. Okay, that was weird. Maybe that's why this guy's just been standing here for like a full cycle at this point. Because that happened to him and he didn't reconnect in time to get off where he meant to. Anyway, but as I was saying, so for us, for YouTubers and Twitch streamers, it's really unstable. Because at any day, if you're making money, companies could just take you to court over it. They can just tell you to cease and desist.
Farewell.
But you know, they could also just give us a way to buy licenses from them. Like, I'm a little afraid of what companies would actually do with this, because I feel like they would charge ridiculous amounts, because they would see the amount that, you know, someone like PewDiePie or AlphaRad is making and go, yeah, let's charge based off how much they're making, and then, you know, all the smaller YouTubers just die under the extra cost. But it doesn't have to be like that. That's not what it has to be. And it just bothers me, because, you know, in a perfect world, they could just put in their terms of service that, yeah, it's totally okay to stream this, and they could just handle that for us. Like, that could have just been an industry standard, and there's no reason why it shouldn't be. Heck, they could even put specific terms of service saying, you know, don't anything disparaging or hate speech or anything. If you do that, we're still going to DMC, or we're still going to, you know, force you to take it down. But other than that, you're good. Like, they have the copyright, which means that they have the ability to just give that away. They're choosing not to. Like, game companies are making a very deliberate choice to keep the ability to sue people who are fundamentally promoting their games and helping keep their game community vibrant and alive. That's a deliberate choice. And game companies could change that. They could, at any moment. That could just be the new industry standard, but they aren't. And more than that, even if they didn't want to give it out for free, which is, you know, understandable. Like, I get it. You know, you don't want to do things for free. Like, that's understandable. You made a game, you should make money off of it. If you decide to sell it, that's up to you. But what if, for every game, it was just the industry standard that you could buy it at the normal price, or buy it for $5 more, and register your YouTube/Twitch with them, and you now have the rights to stream it on there. The whole system's already in place. They could just do that. Like, it'd be so easy. Like, they could even explicitly say that they're only going to work with well-established platforms like Twitch and YouTube that could actually realistically enforce that. You know? And then no one would have to be afraid that their videos were going to get taken down because they would have bought the rights to stream. It'd be so easy to do that. Instead, the only way you could potentially do it is to actually take the time to contact a game developer, ask to buy the licensing rights, hope that they grant it, which who knows whether they would or not. At the very least, I've never heard of any YouTuber going through that process. Like, it boggles my mind that you know, everybody is talking about fair use and stuff like that, and like, the way other mediums get around it is that they have procedures in place for buying licensing and buying things like that, for buying the right to effectively distribute it like this. Like, that's how every other industry that produces media works. You know, radios can buy the rights to put music out. It's not even hard. Like, it's easy to do in those industries. Why are the video game companies making it hard? Why aren't they just making it easy? They have the choice. You can't tell me big companies like EA, Sony, and the other, like EA, Sony, Square, all the big companies, you cannot tell me that they don't have a way to make this easy. They could make it as easy as 1, 2, 3, we're good. And it could just be industry standard. And that's all that would be needed. Be easy, it'd be fast. It would be so simple, but they refuse to do it. Like, it wouldn't even take very long. Like, from their perspective, it would be a quick action. It wouldn't even take their lawyers a full workday to get that draft written up for their new terms of service that comes with every game. And really, then the only decision that needs to be made is, do they want to charge for this? And if so, how much? And then they're done. And then being a YouTuber or a streamer can be completely legitimized. Game companies have the option to make it legitimate at any time. They have the cards for that. And you know, the first game company that does is going to make a lot of money. Not specifically from the streamers, but from the massively good press that being the company to legitimize streaming, to tell streamers that they don't have to tell YouTubers, they don't have to be afraid of their videos getting taken down anymore. They have permission. That's... Do you imagine the kind of good press that is? Like, dang, that is some good press. It's just disappointing that game companies don't. No? And the worst part is that I know that some companies probably have a draft of that plan somewhere. They don't want to. Because there might be a point for suing someone like PewDiePie or someone else like that who makes truly a good amount of money off YouTube. There might be a point where that's worth it for them. And so they don't. And honestly, I don't know where the point where that's worth it for them would ever be. Which is why it's so foolish that they haven't just released it. Because can you imagine the bad press it would be for a company to, like, not just say take this video down, but actually sue, like, take to court someone for copyright infringement because they were a YouTuber. Can you imagine how much bad press that would be for them? Like, their public image would fall apart. There's no amount of PR that can be done to fix that, right? Like, that's it. Everybody dislikes you at that point. Like, that's game over.
The loon be with you.
That's, you have just become, you've just made yourself public enemy number one. Like, nobody likes you anymore at all. That's the point at which, you know, a company is truly hated.
Feel free to browse.
Okay. Let's sell that, sell these, sell that. Good enough.
A shah fell out.
There we go. Got a nice full set of bags now. Not that it's likely to matter too much, because, you know, I'm gonna level up soon, but hey. Means I will not be playing this character anymore after that. Till I swing back down to this character. Anyway, set both of those quests. Then let's go! Okay. Hey ho, hi ho, let's go.
I'm listening.
Okay, accept that quest. Go over and accept this quest. And everything will be great.
Goddess, watch over.
Okay. Now we go accept the Zen's bidding quest and complete some more quests for him. Everything's going great. Yeah. Doing all the quests. All the great quests, that is. Yeah, I got priorities. Yeah, since I have the Dragon Slayer buff, I should just walk around smacking these things with my big bear paws. Put them all down here and growl. Yep. There we go. Another enemy defeated. Got lots to do. Mainly just a lot of enemies to defeat. At least a fair number of these enemies still give XP to me, so you know, there's that. That's honestly unexpected. I was expecting to be fighting a lot more. I forgot that a lot of these enemies were still level 6. So I was all mentally prepared to just not be getting any XP from this. There's another Strigid Owl over there. I just hope that, you know, sometime soon, the YouTube and the video game streaming industry thing gets figured out. It's become such a big part of gaming culture. It's honestly shocking that there's not more pressure on video game companies to just legitimize it. I mean, part of that's that internet culture is just relatively, how to put this, uncaring about the law. Let's put it that way. So, you know, that's definitely part of it, that, you know, a lot of the mentality on the internet is, oh, that's illegal? Huh, didn't know that, and then they move on. But for the people who actually, like, make a living, or who would all intend to make money off of this, like, it's a big deal. Whether this is legitimate or not. Whether they could potentially be sued for all of their earnings through this. You know, that's a big deal. And under current copyright law, without video game companies giving the explicit okay, could be. And like, I'm a big proponent of companies having the right to, you know, say, no, you can't stream our game because, you know, you're doing X terrible thing, or whatever. Like, you know, because that could potentially hurt their brand. But like, man, just let us buy the licensing rights. Let that be an actual thing that you just offer to everyone easily. Don't have to contact your lawyers for it, especially, or something like that. Like, just make it something that you just easy to purchase. Like, you could even just do it through specific platforms. Like, everything is fine. Just make it possible. It's just foolish that they haven't. It's short-sighted, is what it is. It's a short-sighted move by video game companies, because if they embraced it and legitimized it, it would also give them a measure of control over the industry. And it's short-sighted of them not to want that control. Because if they had that control, then what they could do is set up strict guidelines where it's like, oh yeah, if you want to stream our stuff, here are the rules. No hate speech. Or if you're, say, Nintendo and it's for rated E games, you could be like, oh, well, if you're going to stream our game, then you can't be, you know, you can't involve it with alcohol or anything else not age appropriate for the game, because, you know, our brand is that we are a family appropriate company or whatever. Like, it would give them that kind of control. And honestly, I for one would be willing to trade that kind of control for the security that knowing that I have the right to do what I'm doing would give me. Because that means that so long as I abide by that, so long as I stick to that, they wouldn't be able to tell me to take it down. And that'd be really nice. I don't know. Just feels bad, especially as like I plan to play all these varied games, and especially as I'm following more YouTubers on my Marndred Twitter, and like I'm hearing more stories of videos being taken down and things, and it's like, this is a mess. It's an absolute mess, and it could just be fixed. It could just be fixed. They have the ability to. In fact, they're the only ones with the ability to. It's not something YouTube can fix, and it's not something that the streamers can fix. Only the companies can fix it because they're the ones with the rights here. By law, they're the ones with the rights. So unless a YouTuber wants to take them to court, they're the ones who get that say, and they could just not be dicks. Like, bluntly. Like, they could just not be... they could just make it easy. Like, they're making this whole thing a lot harder than it needs to be. And it'd just be really nice if they, you know, stopped. Because they don't have to. There is nothing forcing them to do it. Like, nothing forcing them to make everything as hard as they are making it. Like, this whole thing could just be easy for everyone, and all be happy and dance and sing and whatever other silly things we want to do. You know? And if a couple of big game companies went with it, like if companies like, well, Nintendo probably wouldn't be the first to do this, but, you know, if just a couple big game companies went and just did it, other game companies would follow. And then the game companies that did it first, they'd be remembered as the pioneers, the heroes who made it work. Of course, that's all assuming that they don't make it a power grab. If the first company you do it says, well, you have to pay us $100 in licensing fees, and after you do that, you can't smoke, drink, swear, or do anything else that might hurt our brand, then you can do it. That company will be crucified. Like, it will not be a good time for that company. Like, but if a company came along and said, hey, we're going to charge you an extra $5, but you'll have our complete permission to stream our game so long as you don't engage in hate speech. If a company said that, then that's it. They are the pioneer. They have fixed the whole problem. It means that their games are going to get a lot more exposure. I always hate the argument people make that, like, you know, well, what if their games are selling less? Particularly I've heard people, like, one of the bigger YouTubers I talked to was like, yeah, like, I didn't play Untitled Goose Game because I just watched a YouTuber play it, and I'm like, dude, if big YouTubers hadn't been playing it, would you have heard of Untitled Goose Game? Like, would you though? There are entire, like, a large part of what brought back the horror genre was the fun of watching people play it. And that genre was having a real tough time for a while there, until Let's Plays of it started getting popular, and then suddenly the genre's okay. Like, there is an argument to be made for some games being potentially hurt by streamers, particularly ones that are more narrative focused and not very gameplay or game experience focused. And that much is true, but that's the vast, vast minority of games. Most games are greatly benefited by YouTubers playing them.
I can't attack that target.
Like, just look at how League of Legends has done. You want to try and argue that it hasn't been made more popular by how many people play it online? That's gonna be one heck of an uphill battle to argue that. Like, would it have been popular without that? Probably. Would it have stayed popular for as long as it has? No. Almost certainly not. Because people see, they watch their favorite YouTubers having fun playing the game and they think, you know, I should go play that. Because that's how that works. Sure, it's not a huge portion of them that immediately think that. But, I mean, it's the best advertising you can get, and you're making... and you aren't even paying for it. But it's as good as advertising can possibly get for your game. There is no higher tier of advertising, that's it. End of story. Maximum tier achieved. Oh my gosh, would this last Nightsaber Fang just drop already? Ugh. At least I have Bear Form and the Dragon Slayer buff, so meleeing things to death repeatedly is real easy right now. Most annoying thing is how far apart the Nightsabers are. And how long they take to respawn. Gotta keep walking around waiting for more Nightsabers. Lamenting over the fact that so many of these Nightsabers are still dead. Okay, cool, that one respawned. I'm gonna do this just that way I don't have to walk all the way over to it. Yeah, come on over. There we go. There it is. Finally. Okay, let's go turn this in. Okay. It has been a long day. And I've still got like 2 more hours of being productive.
Don't touch me!
Thanks, buddy. Sure you will do nothing bad with what I just gave you. Mostly because the next quest I do will be to get rid of you. Sorry. You know, but you know how it is, you're evil, you know? Just sometimes you just gotta do these things. Sometimes you just have to murder people, you know? That's just how life is. It's just a necessary part of life.
What brings you here? Hello, light.
Okay. Turn in this other quest over here.
Greetings. May the stars guide you.
Go. Then go up here. And okay. We're within 5 minutes of when I cut off for the night, and I'm done here. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Have a nice week.